What's going on, guys? So if you saw the video from the other day, I am actually starting on the video that I told you about. I'm going to show you everything that we're going to do. I might come up with an intro or something. I haven't quite figured out a name for it for the channel yet, so that may be over in the intro. Might ask y'all for a couple of questions on what you think for it. Might have a couple of videos going up and see what y'all think. Today, I'm going to be making a stuffed pork loin. I did not say tenderloin, I said loin. And what we're going to be doing with it is a couple of different things, some things that I kind of like, some things that are different. So I'm going to get you to our produce and everything that we're going to have to prep for this. Get it ready, get it going. I'm going to take you step by step on how to get it done and everything else that we're going to be serving with. So hang in there, it's going to be an interesting ride. Alright guys, so let's look and see what we're working with here. So, we got 2 sticks of celery, 2 decent sized carrots, 1 medium sized yellow onion, we got my salt and pepper grinder, we do have some sun-dried tomatoes, just a sun-dried tomatoes with some seasonings and herbs. And what this is going to go in is this bad boy right here. This is my tenderloin. No, I'm sorry. This is my loin, my pork loin. I apologize. But I've been marinating for a couple of days in some Italian dressing. Used about half a small bottle. So let's go ahead and get prepping on everything and get everything. Alright, so we're going to get these chopped up in 1, 2, 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have our vegetables diced. They're kind of a small dice is what I'm going for. And the reason why I'm doing that is you're going to see here in a little bit. But let's get over to our pan. So I put approximately about a tablespoon of olive oil in here. We're going to get our vegetables in here, get them start cooking. I'll be with y'all in one moment. Hot potty, table 1. And you're going to want to scrape the rest of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to saute these down a little bit. Get them really nice, soft, and tender. As y'all start sawing this, y'all going to be able to see some of my imperfections in my knife skills. Y'all can yell at me later in the comments below. But here in a second, we're going to add some salt and pepper to this. About 1 teaspoon each. I'm using grinders, so that way I can't necessarily measure it out for you. But we'll be Alright guys, so it's probably been about 5 minutes since we've been cooking. They're starting to get a little soft. I've added my salt and pepper into it. We're going to let it cook these for about 15-20 minutes. We want them soft, just soft enough so I can show our next step in with this and what we're going to do. And then we're going to go from there to get them taken care of. Show you how we're going to stuff this pork loin. Oh yeah, gonna be good. Alright guys, so it's approximately been about 10 minutes since we started all together. And I'm going to toss in about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Haha! Listen to that sizzle. Everything smells delicious. We're going to saute this down. We're going to keep this going. And check back in here in a few minutes. Alright guys, checking back in. It's been about 15 minutes. Our vegetables are starting to get soft, but we're going to add something to it that's going to help flavor the vegetables, flavor our tenderloin, or I need to stop saying tenderloin. Flavor our loin and add a little something to it. So we're going to add some cheap, inexpensive white wine. This is Sauvignon Blanc. It was like $5 at my local liquor store. Now you can leave this out. You choose to, if you can exchange it with some little chicken stock if you like. We're also going to be braising this with our loin. So I'm going to add probably about 1/4 cup to this to the pan and reduce it down, help it cook down the vegetables. You'll see what it's going to help with later. So let's go ahead and add this to it. Gonna have to turn my fan on for that one. Let's get it mixed in. This is also going to help deglaze the pan a little. We're gonna keep working at this. Check back here in a little bit. We're gonna add one more ingredient, cook it down into it, then I'll show you what you're gonna do from there. Alright guys, so now the time has come to add our last ingredient, and it's gonna be something that y'all didn't quite expect. If I can get it out of the jar. Alright guys, due to some technical difficulty, I wasn't able to actually add it in there. But what I've added is about a tablespoon of sun-dried tomatoes. And we're going to stir this in. We just wanted to get it soft and sauteed and all the flavors added into it. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So it's about that time. We're about to get everything rolling from here. After this, I'm going to show you what we're going to cook with this, what we're going to have for the rest of the meal. Tune back in. Alright guys, so I've got this sauteed down really nice. I've got my sun-dried tomatoes just heated up in there, and that's all I really wanted. We're going to take this and we're going to add it to our food processor. Gotta close this door. Keep that out of our way. So we're going to add this in here. Make sure I get the camera on it. Well, just understand I'm going to add it to it. I'm going to be back in a second. And through the miracle of television, ta-da, it's added to it. So before, alright guys, now due to some issues, I wasn't able to show you whenever I dropped it in the pan. It was just going to be a little bit too heavy, but we're going to sear it really good on all sides. We're going to drop some red wine in. We're going to roast it for about an hour. We'll be back with it here in a little bit. I'm going to show you just before we throw it in the oven. Alright guys, so it's starting to sear up really nice in there. Now we're going to add our braising liquid. It's going to be this white wine. Same white wine we've been using. That's down we want. Just want to probably about a quarter to a third of a cup. It's going to reduce down really nice. And then we're going to make a really nice pan sauce. Guys. Alright guys. Now we're going to start on one of our sides. I'm going to saute up some Brussels sprouts. These are just the little bag ones you get at your local grocery store. I think they say steam ready in a bag, so we're going to cut the ends off, cut them in half, come back to them here in a second, and we'll show you how we're going to cook them up. Alright guys, so we've cut most of these in half. I had to quarter some of them just because of how big they are, but let's get over to our pan. Yes, I've got a couple of these here. Now I've got this on a medium heat. To this we're going to melt down and heat up about 4 tablespoons of butter. And then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Keep this butter. Gonna need it for here in a minute. And now for the oil. One more. That's going to act as a really good base when we're going to throw our Brussels sprouts in. I'm going to cut out adding to this because it doesn't always seem to work right when I toss it in and try to record it. So I'll be with you in 1 second. Show you how we're going to season these up. Alright guys, so I got all my Brussels sprouts in here. I got my oil melted down and everything heated up. I turned them on fire a little bit because it cooled the pan down. So we're going to adjust it here in a second. So to this we're going to add some seasoned salt and some pepper. And once it gets a little bit closer to getting done, I'm going to add in some garlic. And I'm going to tell you how much seasoned salt we're going to add. We're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt. Alright, so you see we got a nice fair coating of that seasoned salt. Next we're going to add the garlic. The pepper. That's going to be about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. I know that sounds like a lot, but this is going to cook down, and you got to remember there's a lot of Brussels sprouts in there, so it's going to season it all really well. So give me just a minute. Alright guys, so here it is. It's all stirred in, it's all cooked down, cooking up. We're going to turn the fire down a little bit, back down to medium. I'm going to throw a lid on this, and we're going to let this saute for a little bit. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at here. Now, I had to skip a couple of steps. I had pulled it out. I've been letting it rest for about 10 minutes. We've already got our pan sauce made up. Rice is done. Our Brussels sprouts are done. I'm going to slice into this take a picture of it, put it as a thumbnail. Next time I'll come back and I'll show you how to make a really good pan sauce out of these drippings. But that's it. I will catch y'all later.